Hello, on the South Bank Show tonight, we're looking at the work of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theatre. The company is one of the most exciting and innovative dance companies in the world, but due to lack of financial backing for the arts on this side of the Atlantic and a shortage of suitable theatres, they've not been able to appear in this country for 13 years. Our loss. To help rectify the situation a little, we've decided to make our programme a performance-based programme. We'll be looking at the company in three very different works: Revelations, Divining and The Stack-Up. We'll also be talking to Alvin Ailey himself, whose career, you could say, spans the American continent. He was born and raised in Texas, became a dancer and studied under Lester Horton in California, and settled in New York, where he founded his own company in 1958. Although he's the chief choreographer, Ailey's aim has always been to encourage other choreographers and dancers, and over the past 28 years his company has become famous for its varied repertory, taking a special interest in preserving the works of black choreographers. So, as well as looking at Ailey's own work, we'll be looking at that of Judith Jamison and Tally Beattie, two choreographers who have become especially associated with this pioneering company, which over the years, in a wide range of works, has blended black traditions in dance with classical and modern forms.
Come on and move. You've got to feel the groove. Come on. Come on and move. You've got to feel the groove. Come on. What you waiting for? Come on and move. You've got to feel the groove. Come on. Come on and move. You've got to feel the groove. Come on.
First ballets were ballets about my black roots. I lived in Texas in the South, the United States, until I was 12. Came to Los Angeles when I was 12. So I had lots of what I call blood memories. Blood memories about Texas, old blues and spirituals and gospel music and ragtime music, all of the things, folk songs, all those work songs, all that kind of thing that was going on in Texas in the early 30s, the Depression years. And I had very intense feelings about all those things. So the first ballets that I made when I came to New York as a choreographer were based on those feelings, Blues Suite and Revelations. The first idea was to make a company, a large black company, which would concentrate on Southern material. A ballet which would be, ballets which would be all about those folk songs, those blues, those gospel songs, evenings of ballets that celebrated the black experience. Early on, we were called commercial back in 58, 59, and 60 because we were using the kind of music that was not generally accepted as art music. Do you know what I mean? We were using jazz, we were using blues, we were using spirituals. Gospel music at that time was not accepted as music that was really expressive. That had anything to do with the art circle. So people said, oh, they're so commercial because they're doing that. But later on, through the 60s and the 70s, this kind of music, people realized was expressive of the people. All of this is a part of my blood memory, you know. I mean, spectacle I'm interested in, yes, because I think that the audience that comes to the theater wants to be entertained, you know, in a very good way. Social statements, yes, I'm concerned about making social statements because I'm a black person who was grown up in a country which is intensely racist, and so if Revelations, yes, is in its way a social statement. The very idea of having a company of primarily black dancers is to me a social statement. I mean, I'm trying to say something, in addition to making fine choreographies, about the beauty of black people, about the elegance, about their ability to entertain, about their intelligence, about their love of self, about their wanting to transmit through discipline the feelings to the audience that watch them dance. So in that way, yes, there is a social statement there. It's a political statement too. I mean, I can't deny that. I'm also very involved with continuing the tradition. A lot of people think that because I've been doing this for 28 years and they've been seeing the company around for 28 years that I started all this. There was a very active black tradition in dance before I arrived, or before Arthur Mitchell arrived at the Dance Theater of Harlem. I mean, people like Catherine Dunham. Catherine Dunham, too, was an enormous influence on me. I saw her work when I was 13. And for the first time, I saw black people doing things from their heritage in an elegant, theatrical way. And it really turned me on. I was flabbergasted. There were people like Asadata Defora, who brought material from Africa to America and influenced whole generations of black dancers. There's a lady named Pearl Primus. There are many others. There's Ed McDye, any number of people who come before us. I consider myself continuing that tradition, continuing the black tradition, providing young black dancers and choreographers, and the choreographers of all of my generation also, and of the postmodern generation, a place to work, to continue the tradition that started so long ago with our black forefathers.
I've been you, and I've been strong.
Revelations is a title from the Bible, and it's a suite of spirituals in 3 sections. I mean, I've been duped and I've been scorned as the first one. Is talking about how difficult it is to get through this world.
There is trouble all over this world. Yes, there is trouble all over this world. Children,
second section is called Take Me to the Water, which is based on a baptismal, a personal experience. When I was a kid in Texas, one was baptized outside the church by a lake, in a lake, all dressed in white. So that's a very intense memory. So that was theatricalized for Wading in the Water, which is in the ballet.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water, God's gonna trouble the water, wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water, God's gonna trouble the water.
See that band all dressed in white?
God's gonna trouble the water.
Well, it looks like the band of the Israelites.
God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
See that band all dressed in red?
God's gonna trouble the water.
Well, it must be the band that Moses led.
God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. God's gonna trouble the water.
My Lord, deliver Daniel, 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 did my Lord deliver Daniel? Why not every man? Did my Lord deliver Daniel, 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 did my Lord deliver Daniel? Why not every man? And went down to the river, and went down to the river, Lord, and went down to the river, went down there to pray, and went down to the river, and went down to the river, Lord, and went down to the river, to wash his sins away.
Because
Well, he wash all day, wash all night, wash his hands with soap.
oh my Lord, won't you wash
Wash all day, wash all night, and he couldn't wash no more.
well, don't you
Hey!
know? Well, don't you know?
He won a lost soul is in the way. Let's wait in the water. Come on, children. Oh, wait in the water, yeah. Wait in the water. My God, He's gonna trouble the water. Wait in the water, children. Come on, let's wait down in the water. Hey, in the water. Let me tell you, my God, He's gonna trouble the water. Hey, He's gonna trouble the water.
When I was about 18 years old, college, I had been sort of tritely creative as a teenager, and I was also very athletic. I played sports. I played football. I played basketball. I played tennis. All of those things, and I finally found gymnastics, which I thought was very creative, free exercise. You know, those kind of exercises that the guys do. And there was a wonderful lady at our school who was a dancer, and did a wonderful kind of thing that she called modern dance. So I persuaded her to take me out to the studio where she was studying. So I went out and there found a wonderful man named Lester Horton, who was a genius of a choreographer and a teacher. And he was just a wonderful, warm, creative man who made you feel as if you were somebody, you know, which we're talking about 1949 now. And to an 18-year-old black man from the ghetto of Los Angeles, to have a white man, Lester Horton was white, say, look, I think you could be a dancer, you know. And Lester's choreography, his teaching, his theater, he had a small theater with 200 seats, and his company gave performances every weekend in that theater. I mean, to see what he did, it's a technique which unlike the Graham technique, goes out. The Martha Graham technique, which everybody knows, kind of is involved with exploring the inside feelings. Lester Horton explores the inside feelings with his technique, but it also is broad. It's as broad as California, you know, it's as broad as the plains. The movements kind of go out. There are movements that involve the floor, that involve the middle area, that involve the air in a new way. And what's interesting, particularly interesting to me about it, is that it involves many ethnic kinds of forms within the technique. There are black movements, there are African movements, there are Asian movements, there are American Indian movements, all incorporated into the Horton technique and expanded into a larger way of movement, a very stylized way, which is terrific for the body, and I think inspires creativity in the people who do it.
Run to the rock, rock, won't you hide me? Run to the rock, rock, won't you hide me? Run to the rock, won't you hide me? All on that day. The Lord said, Cinnamon, the rock will be a melting. The Lord said, Cinnamon, the rock will be a melting. The Lord said, Cinnamon, the rock will be a melting. All on that day. See, won't you hide me? Run to the sea. See, won't you hide me? Run to the sea. See, won't you hide me? All on that day. And the Lord said to the man, the sea will be a ball. And the Lord said to the man, the sea will be a ball. And the Lord said to the man, the sea will be a ball. And all on that day. And then we run to the Lord. Lord, won't you hide me? Lord, won't you hide me? Lord, won't you hide me all on that day? You should have been a praying. You should have been a praying. You should have been a praying all on that day. Oh, Satan, Satan, won't you hide me? Won't you hide me? Won't you hide me now? Step right in. Step right in. Step right in. All on that day.
I don't like cookie-cutter dancers, you know, people who all dance alike. I mean, they should be able to when you want them to. But I like to see people emerge. I like to see an individual take movement and add his or herself to it. A person who is deeply involved with the idea of dance, with the discipline of dance. A person like Judith, Judith Jamison, who was extraordinary. I can't say enough about her. Judith was in the company for 15 years. She inspired me to make many, many ballets. I'm very turned on by dancers as well as themes and as by music. And Judith's just an extraordinarily gifted lady, and now a marvelous choreographer. Not only making these wonderful movements which came out of her very being, which looked like nobody else's movement, but at the same time composing with the musicians. I thought it was extraordinary.
Divining puts a lot of demands on the dancers. I'm very glad that I've created it for dancers that are capable of doing it as well, as fantastically as the dancers do. Because as I say, I've tapped from Horton technique, which is the technique that Revelations is based upon. I've tapped from classical ballet technique. I've tapped from several techniques, and of course it's my style. And there's a definite earthiness and weight and organicness to it that you cannot escape. My work is very much rooted in the earth, and I think very weighted but light at the same time. I'm always asking for contrasts. I'm always asking the dancers to be up and down at the same time, or to stretch from side to side and try to reach either wall. I'm always asking them to do opposites and be dramatic but be subtle at the same time. I mean, it's enough to drive anyone nuts, except they do it. The way I relate it to performance was also suggested in the fact that when I was in Africa, there are certain physical images that I related to. For instance, when we were landing in Egypt, I remember there was no perspective. It all looked very, very limitless. There was no dimension. You were coming down in the plain and sand was just dunes of sand, and there was no dimension. I remember that feeling of unlimited space. Then the idea about mystery, about a woman that's a strong leader. That's my history, you know. That came into being. It seems that every ballet that I do, there's a strong female leader. And in divining, we see runners going before in this unknown space, in this virgin space, in this sterile space, making sure that everything's all right for the leader to come into. And that the leader blessing the ground, of checking out the spirits that are around, and making sure the air is right, of making sure the ambiance is right, before she lets the rest of her people celebrate life, rest in the place, and then celebrate, and then move on to the next place.
LB, Tito, Mike C,
Hey girl,
Peso, BLB's rocking it, yes he is rocking it. Tito's rocking it, yes he is rocking it. Mike C, rocking it, yes he is rocking it. Peso, rocking it, yes he is rocking it. We're all rocking it, you should be rocking it, rocking it, rocking it. Don't fight up us if you wanna rock with us. Our talents with us, so with us, leave your trust. Get to the show, train, cap off us, cause we're rocking it, yes we are rocking it, rocking it. Yeah. Party people, we all back again. We were above, but yo, we get smart. As long as the return is of the feelings for. Featuring DLB, Tito, and Mike C, and Peso. We won't S-T-O-B. Cause see, we tell you from the top that our crew won't stop. So let the bells ting-a-ling and let the champagne pop. Oh, it's a celebration. Sort of a dedication to all our fans throughout the nation. Who's sending in letters and dialing on a card. And for all the newcomers just getting on board. Who wanna rock with us and turn the party out? Well, we wanna know what the feelings it's all about. Why don't you come along with us if you wanna scream and shout? And especially come if you had no doubt that we're rocking it, rocking it.
I'd gotten an assignment to do a disco scene in a show. You know. I'd never been in a disco. I wasn't interested in the disco nor the music. You know, it was interesting, but I never thought very much about it. But I said, well, if I've got to do this, I've got to find out what this ambiance is like. So I started going to little discos and fell in love with them. There I am in these discos with all these children. But they liked me.
Rocking it.
Well, I asked Mr. Beatty to make a ballet for us. Mr. Beatty has, over the years, been the choreographer whose works, beside mine, whose works have been the most important to the company. When we first started touring, for example, in Europe in 1964, there were times when there were more Beatty ballets in our company's repertoire than Ailey. Yeah, I mean, we had a wonderful ballet called Come and Get the Beauty of It Hot. And then we excerpted pieces from that, Congo Tango Palace and Toccata with music by Dizzy Gillespie and Miles Davis. The Road of the Phoebe Snow, a ballet, a very important ballet by Tally Beatty with music by Duke Ellington, have all been very important to us over the years. So I asked Mr. Beatty to make a new ballet for us in 1982, and the stack-up was the result. Quite an extraordinary ballet.
Well, I was working in Los Angeles, and I lived in Beverly Hills. A friend of mine was taking me to the rehearsal in Los Angeles. And there is that highway, that freeway system near the center of Los Angeles, and one road above the other, 5, 7, I don't know, a lot of converging or overlaying of traffic there. And this friend of mine said that they called it the stack. I thought that he said they called it the stack up. But it was kind of frightening down. I said, well, if he doesn't panic, I'm not going to panic. But it seems like I'm not getting enough fresh air. It was heavy with the, you know, that whatever the exhausts are, even with the air conditioning. When I did the ballet, I said, the next ballet I do, I'm going to call it the stack up. I don't care what it's about. And it's sort of implying that when you're down at the bottom of the system, it can be kind of rough.
The stack-up centers on a night at a local disco, with the dancers challenging each other on the dance floor. When a drug pusher turns up, for one of the characters, the dance becomes a nightmare.
I felt immediately when I got to New York City the need for a modern dance repertory company. I mean, the classical ballet has done this for so many years. I mean, classical ballet have the Giselles and Swan Lakes and Filles Margardes and Sleeping Beauties that go back hundreds of years. But all the modern dance classics have kind of fallen away, you know. So what has happened is that we have become the repository and the place for the black choreographer for a repository for the works of the black choreographers like Tally Beattie, whose works were very important in American dance, and Donald McHale and Billy Wilson and any number of black choreographers. We also that's only one part of what we do. There's a part of us which is also experimental. I mean, with non-black choreographers. I mean, we're not exclusively black. I mean, people like Elisa Monte and Bill T. Jones and Jennifer Muller and all have works in our repertoire. So we're cognizant of the need to preserve works of choreographers of all colors, but with a special emphasis on preserving the black tradition.
Mr. Ailey is very consistent, very consistent. What he has been doing as far as repertory is concerned is terribly fresh, was terribly fresh, then still is. As far as exposing black choreographers, new choreographers, I mean, he's still doing it. Look at me, I'm sitting here, you know. Bringing in dancers that were trained extensively in Horton technique and classical ballet and had a little jazz and whatever else they could have. Well-rounded dancers that wouldn't do the same ballets every night, you know, that could tear the house down with the Revelations, or that could do Rainbow Round My Shoulder, or Dance for Six, which is a very classical Vivaldi piece. All that, having that kind of well-rounded dancer that could cut all that kind of movement is very difficult to find and maintain. I believe he's going into his 28th year.
I don't believe in the kind of elitist philosophy that goes around where people think that classical dance, for example, is beyond them. I've always wanted to have the kind of company that my family could relate to, that my people in Texas could relate to, that my aunts and uncles, you know, on the farms or wherever they're from, or from the ghettos in the States, could understand. I mean, I wanted to always be on a high level, but we're still, I don't know whether you're doing it in England, but we're still building audiences in the United States. We're still trying to, one of the things that we do as a company, one of the many other things that we do as a company is to try to convince people that the arts, the dance in particular, is for everybody. That the dance, I believe that the dance came from the people, and that it should always be delivered back to the people. So I believe in being popular in the best sense of the word.
May run on for a long time. You may run on for a long time. You may run on for a long time. Let me tell you, God Almighty gonna cut you down. Go tell that liar, midnight. midnight dew. Morning star was a witness too. I never shall forget that day. Jesus washed my sins away. Day one day I was walking along. I heard a voice and I saw no one. Voice I heard, it sound so sweet. It made his blood run down to my feet. Go down the night on. Midnight rider. Down the run, run. I tell God Almighty gonna put it down. Read about Samson from his word. Strongest man that ever lived on earth. Live way back in the ancient time. Died with the heaven, Lord, in his time. Not a fool, Samson, don't you know? Holy Bible here tells us so. Came to Samson on her knees. Everywhere strength lies if you need. The Lord of Jesus, it was so bad. Samson said, strong life. Shaved his head just as clean as a hand. Samson got weak as any other man. Go down.